Should you eat breakfast on the ship on debarkation day?
Should you gamble on a cruise?
Should cruise lines replace old nautical terms with more customer-friendly ones?
Should you stay on your diet during the cruise?
Well, we will argue two of these topics tonight on Cruise Wars.
Cruise Wars!
Cruise Wars, episode 39. Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
This is Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are Lido Loca, and this is Cruise Wars.
Cruise Wars.
Cruise Wars, episode 39. Cruise Wars, where we go to war over the hottest topics in cruising.
Yes.
Jenny, are you ready for the attack that brings it back?
I mean, the only attack is you attacking your typewriter or keyboard and putting hashtag Team Jenny.
Ho, how dare you? If you want to brag...
Does anybody even have a typewriter anymore?
If you want to brag, leave a Team Tony hashtag. All right, Jenny, I'm going to give it a quick mix, and while I'm doing so, I'll tell the people how Cruise Wars works.
Cruise Wars!
Cruise Wars, episode 39. Cruise Wars is a point-counterpoint debate show where we pull two topics out of the bowl each week, and we argue for or against the topic. And who's going to argue which way is all decided by one of these 20-sided die.
Wow.
Topic number one coming out of the bowl.
All right. What you got there, Tony?
Should cruise lines replace old nautical terms with more customer-friendly ones?
Okay.
1 through 10, yes, they should replace old nautical terms. 11 through 20, no, they should not. All right, I got a 4, Jenny. I will be arguing that they should replace old terms with more customer-friendly terms.
Okay, and I am going to put a minute on the handy-dandy Lido Loca timer, and you can get your own at the Apple Store.
Oh, very nice.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, your time starts now.
Of course, they should replace old nautical terms with more customer-friendly terms. Look, it just happened on Carnival cruise ships. They replaced the word tender, who knows what that is, with the word water shuttle. I know what a water shuttle is. It's ridiculous. I hear people moaning and groaning. Oh, they're taking all of the classic cruising terms and they're doing away with it and putting in its place terms that make more sense. Do you hear yourself? You're like, oh, I think people should learn the more antiquated term and not use the term that makes sense. It's ridiculous. Do we still ride in horse and buggy from 120 years ago? No, we drive in cars. Do we still try to tape feathers onto our arms and jump off of barns to see if we can fly like birds? Or do we get in jets? We get in jets. Look, I am all for nostalgia. I am all for tradition. But when the tradition doesn't make sense, don't do it. Are you really... Hashtag Featherman. Wow. Jenny, you will be arguing that you should keep the old nautical terms and not change them to make it easier for people. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
1 minute on the clock. Your time starts now.
Listen, there's been so much change in the cruise lines and how you cruise. You know, people call it a cabin instead of a stateroom. You know, leave it the same. Before you know it, we're going to have to be bringing our own booze. We're going to have to not have, they're not going to have, you know, the dress up nights, the elegant nights. They're just ruining it. Keep it the same. Keep it classic. People enjoy tradition on the cruise ships. You want to go to the main dining room. Before you know it, we're all going to have just a buffet around the whole deck. There's not even going to be a main dining room. Because, you know, they just keep changing it and changing it. Go back to tradition. That's what's missing, is the traditional of when you get on the ship. It's just kind of like when you get on the airplane. I used to dress up to go on an airplane. Now you don't have to.
Your time is up, Tony.
I need another minute because I was just getting into it.
I get the next minute.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Look. Let's be real here. Let's be realists. Let's make some sense. Let's be logical. The most popular attraction on cruise ships today are things like the rock wall, the flow rider on Royal Caribbean. Guess what? The go-karts on the NCL Bliss, laser tag, IMAX theaters. You know when those things weren't on cruise ships? 10 years ago, 20 years ago. It's ridiculous. You can't have your cake and eat it too, and especially if it was a cake that was made 50 years ago, because that thing's spoiled now. You need the new, you need the fresh. And how about this? Do you want the cruising industry to grow? Do you even give a crap about this vacation style that you love? Guess what? You need to get more people into it. And how do you get more people into it? You make it more accessible. How about this? How about you take your nose out of the air with your old nautical terms and you say, how do I get people that don't know about cruising to cruise? I build them flow riders, I call tenders water shuttles, and I make a bigger buffet.
Your time is up.
Hashtag get your nose out of the air. Look, we're not going to sell this.
We're not.
What do you think?
You should settle it down there.
Settle it in the
Team Jenny.
comments. Hashtag Team Tony or a hashtag Team Jenny if you're just set on being wrong. All right, Jenny. Topic number 2 coming out of the bowl.
If I am always wrong, I don't ever want to be right.
If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right.
All right.
I believe that. Let's back that up. I do believe what you just said because I don't think you want to be right most times. All right.
Are we ready for topic number 2?
Topic El Ducho.
All right. Should you stay on your diet during the cruise ship?
1 through 10, yes, you should. 11 through 20, no, you should not.
All right. I have yes, you should.
All right, Jenny, you're going to tell us why you should stay on your diet during the cruise. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
1 minute on the clock. Your time starts now.
So when you get on the cruise, like it's still kind of a portion of your home, right? Like you have a place to lay down, you have a place to take a shower, you have a drawer to put your clothes in. And you know what? They have the buffets. They have the mile-long tracks on top of the ship. They have you set up to stay on your diet if that's what you're doing at home. Yeah, go into the buffet. You can pick out a beautiful salad. They always have like fresh fish cooked for you. And in the main dining room, you can have things cooked how you want them. Yeah, you should stay on the diet. It's actually easier because they're cooking everything for you and you're able to pick out what's good for you and what's not good for you. And then if you do eat a little something that may not be good for you, you could go up onto the track or walk the deck or do another lap in the swimming pool. It's real easy to just stay on it, and they have sugar-free options. They have lots of things to make it easier for you.
Your time is up, Jenny. Your time is up.
Are you ready, Tony?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put the timer now on, and you get 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay. Your time starts now.
What, are you crazy? Of course you should not stay on your diet on the cruise. The whole point of getting into cruise shape is so that you can do whatever you want for a week. It's your reward. Look, sometimes I have to go to the grocery store. The reason they put all the candy bars up front, the reason they put all of the beef jerky, the reason they put all that stuff at the front register is so you can get a reward for a job well done. Look, you go shopping at the grocery store, get you some beef jerky. You do really good working your way up to your cruise, losing some weight. Eat 5,000 calories a day. Eat some cheesecake. Eat some pizza. Put your mouth under the soft serve and just let it run. Just let it run all over your mouth. Drink some sugary frozen drinks. It's your vacation. If you can't take a vacation from your diet, you shouldn't even go on vacation. Life is too short to always be following the food rule. It's ridiculous.
I need a minute.
All right, Jenny, time for you to rebut what seems like a solid gold argument. Hashtag Team Tony. 1 minute on the clock. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your time starts now.
First of all, if I ever saw you putting your mouth underneath the soft serve and just pulling it down, I don't know what I would do. And you know what? Why
You put sprinkles on it. That's what you do.
Why eat so much that you're going to make yourself sick? You're going to miss out on the comedy clubs at night. You're going to miss out in the casino. You're going to miss those wonderful shows that are in the theater. No, just eat what you want to eat. If it's good stuff or if it's bad stuff, but don't put your mouth under there. It's so easy on the cruise ship to stay on your diet and still be cruise ready after you have the cruise blues. Just do what you went out there to do. You want to stay on a strict diet of no dairy? Don't have any dairy. If you don't want any pork, don't have any pork. If you're trying to lose weight, there's beautiful salads, there's beautiful fish, there's lots of food that you can choose from to stay on what you're doing.
Time is up, Jenny. Time is up.
We are not going to settle this here.
We're not going to settle this here.
Nope.
But you can settle it for us down in the comments. Should you stay on your diet during your cruise or should you eat what you want? Leave a comment below.
Okay.
All right, that is the end of the debate section of the show. Jenny, we will be back with the second part of the show right after this. All right, folks, we're back. Just want to encourage you, if you want to be a part of the show, if you'd like to be acknowledged here on Cruise Wars, go on over to Patreon, patreon.com/Lido Loca, and become a Cruise Warrior. Support the channel and let us acknowledge you on Cruise Wars.
Cruise Wars.
Cruise Wars, episode 39. Here's how we really feel about the topics.
Okay. The first topic that we debated: should cruise lines replace old nautical terms with more customer-friendly ones? So here's my thought on it. There are different lines for different folks. So if you are wanting a traditional cruise line, there are cruise lines that can cover that for you. You know, that you can dress up, after 6 o'clock, you have to be dressed to the nines. And then there's cruise lines that, are up to date and trying to get people to cruise, and, they have the go-karts and the laser tag and casual dining. So, I mean, for me, whatever works for the cruise line, it's marketing, really. There's a cruise line for everybody. So if they're going to update their terms, that's their prerogative. There's a cruise line that is going to use tender or, those old nautical terms. So
I think you make a great point. Now, I know the cruise line would like people to do all their sailing with them, but I think at the end of the day, the cruise lines that are trying to make it more accessible for people to start cruising, I think that's going to help the industry as a whole. But I'm not unsympathetic to people that like the classical terms, but I just think the way of the world is you have to change. You have to try to change things so that you can continue to grow your business. That's what I see the cruise line doing, and I'm for getting more people cruising. Yeah,
I am too.
Yeah.
Because they should be enjoying it as much as everybody else does,
That's right?
Okay. Should you stay, our second topic, should you stay on your diet during the cruise? Listen, there's so much food on that ship that you can do whatever you want to do. If you don't want, to stay on your diet, you don't have to. But you know what? If you do want to stay on your diet and you're pretty good at, where you're going with it, there's so many options to do that.
Yeah, so I think what you're saying is you don't have to blow your diet to go cruising.
Right.
I don't have a lot of willpower, so I usually end up blowing my diet. But like in the long term, if you can stick with your diet, I think that's the better health choice.
Absolutely.
All right, that is episode 39 of Cruise Wars. What did you think on the topics? Leave a comment below. And if you like the content, please hit the like button. It helps us out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Come on and find our social media links over at www.LidoLoca.com or in the description below. And I guess if you're new here, my name's Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are Lido Loca. And until the next time,
we'll see you on the Lido.
We'll see you on the Lido.
Bye.
Bye.